prolific when he talks. Simple, direct, eloquent. That is it. Short but concise. I'm talking of Dr. Fajobi Olubunmi, National President IGP. The only person that is being called good. I don't want to talk more than that, my president.
The special assistant, directors of cooperatives and presidents around, all of us, men and women of note, good morning. I'm speaking this morning, if I have the slides, on cooperative resilience, building a brighter tomorrow together. Cooperative resilience, building a brighter tomorrow together. Do we all submit to that? To the topic that indeed cooperative can build a brighter tomorrow. And when we do it together, we can always get a better result. We can always get a better result. And I'm happy that this is happening now, because it's at a time that it is believed that we can build a future for all. And I want to absolutely agree with that team that cooperative can indeed build a future for all. And one is not surprised that the Honorable Minister is trying to develop on this. And what happened with the idea that has come up that a new hope of cooperative agenda is very appropriate now. And my submission is that it must be tenderly guided and tailored. If not, it may turn out to be a jamboree. But in order to avoid it being a jamboree, we must adequately guide it. We must guide it, and we must be appropriately tailored. What and what are we looking at? What are those envisaged outcomes? What are the envisaged outcomes? If we don't have anything in mind, we must develop more. Because we don't start a journey, we don't have a destination. Do you agree with me? For us to pursue or to get together on the journey, we must have a destination. And that's why a discourse like this is very important. It has happened in Kaduna. When it was happening in Kaduna, the breeze got to me in Abuja. I was somewhere in Abuja. When it was happening, by other coincidence, when it was happening in Ojuliba, I was somewhere in Enugu. And Ojuliba is a stone to Enugu. And I'm happy that I'm part of it here in Ibadan when it's not decided. So, the newspaper attempts to look at cooperative resilience, its significance for the renewed hope, and the anticipation of members. I want to believe that even if there was no conversation around it, when we are coming from a different homes, certain things will be popping up in our minds. Certain things will be popping up in our minds. And those are the kind of destinations I want us to envisage. And when we talk about resilience, though this has become a buzzword internationally, it is about ability to withstand adversity and come back to optimal functioning. Let me try to lend a hand to what the prof submitted. lágbọ́ Yorùbá àbúrò ẹ̀kọ́ màmá try láti di Yorùbá díẹ̀ díẹ̀ sí lọ́tí ìgbà lè sọ dáadáa ẹ má bínú owó tẹ fi rán wọn níwèé ló ń kọ lójú Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ pé a kì í fowó ròyìn tó tí àbálẹ̀ sọ Yorùbá dáadáa ẹ̀yin dáàbò àti mọ́mì wa ẹ̀yìn bínú ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé mo ti lè sọ díẹ̀ ló wà wà lọ́wọ́. nǹkan tí mo ń gbèrú láti sọ ni pé ẹgbẹ́ aláfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ over time láti ìgbà ìwáṣẹ̀ títí dà àkókò yìí ó ní àkókò ojúkọ tiẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ẹgbẹ́ aláfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ nígbà àṣẹ ti gbé kalẹ̀ tá a bá ṣe dáadáa ó máa wọ̀ pé normal graph tí ìdojúkọ bá dé tó bá máa tó gbà kan á fòwọ́dá á dúró ti bí. mo lè sọ lẹ́yìn dáadáa tó ní pé èmi yìí ẹgbẹ́ bàbá tó bí mi ṣe bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé bàbá mi kú ní ìsìn tó bá di July á pé 50 ọdún pé ẹ má tó tì mí tí ó bá kọ́ mi. mo ti wá kọ́ mi àwọn still a toddler when he died but àwọn akọ́mi abẹ́lẹ̀ sọ pé mọ́tò ní bàbá 2 years ago ní so don't pity me àwọn akọ́mi olúwa ṣe so the society is still alive the society that was part of is still alive like most of us pé ìmọ̀ pé àwọn tó ń jẹ́ àǹfààní when we talk about concern for cooperative and cooperative I been enjoying it way back when I was in secondary school cooking. The kind of concern there was that at their AGMs, I had good lunch every day. So when I finished from school, I quickly rushed down because there is one very solid one around me. I'll just sit and know that they will give me guaranteed one good meal that day. I don't know whether that is still happening because by virtue of my schedule, I rarely attend AGM any longer. However, resonance from the ordinary meaning is learning from previous experiences. Yorùbá dẹ̀ sọ pé tá a bá ṣubú lánàá ni mo fẹ́ pa òwe má bínú ìbá lẹ̀ pa òwe tó tó ṣubú òwe o ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ ní kàtà ọgbọ́n ọdún ní gbèrè ní ìkànnì ẹ̀kọ́ ní fẹ́ lò lọ́wọ́ bá ṣubú àwọn wájú láti àbá bá ṣubú ọ̀rẹ́ kí ni. So níbi tá a bá dé nínú ẹgbẹ́ olúkàlùkù wa a lè wo àwọn ibi tí a ti ní àwọn ìṣòro báwo la ṣe borí àwọn ìṣòro yẹn ìbò làbàdé ìsìn kí là ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ jẹ́ ìbọn tá a ṣe ń gbà ní tẹ́tẹ́ fi ṣubú la ṣe ń ṣe ń sìn tó bá jẹ́ bákan la ṣe ń ṣe jẹ́wọ̀n pé àwọn kan sọ pé ẹnìkan ní mo ṣe sọ ní ìwáṣẹ́ mi ọlọ́pàá ìtẹ̀kẹ́ mi sọ ní ìwáṣẹ́ mi mo fẹ́ ṣe ọdún ìbẹ́ká náà ṣiṣẹ́ so you must try to improve on what you are doing and correct what you are doing wrongly. But cooperatives it allows us to learn from experience, previous experience, and manage the present crisis better than we did last time. Which one is in tune with the past and well informed about the present? When one is in tune with the past, obviously, you can manage the present better. Obviously, and it guarantees you a brighter future. So, we want to see how we have a full grasp of the present to guarantee a better future. Cooperative has been adjudged to be as resilient and veritable tool for actualization of desires, individual and even communal needs. And let me not be too glamorous about it, but what we know is that Cooperative is universal, and it has been applied in so many areas of life. And with the little exposure that I have personally, níwọ̀nba ìjáde tí mo ní, mo ti lọ sí àwọn ìlú kan tí mo ní pé nǹkan tí cooperative ń gbé ṣe lọ́wọ́ àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbé rárá, àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ní àwọn nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ ń rí kà àti àwọn àpẹẹrẹ bí tí ìlànà bàbá wa ní Ògùn the federation president tó ń mú wá bá wa lẹ́jọ́ mẹ́ta yìí tàbá àgbàlẹ̀ tàbá tó ṣe àwọn ìjọba àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ní ìpawọ́pọ̀ wa àìṣe púpọ̀ ní ìdádúró wa àìṣe we cannot do anything. So that is why we must join the team of other cooperators world over. Go to the USA, go to South Africa, go to France, go to Germany. Ẹ̀rí ìkọ̀kan fi cooperative gbé ṣe. Ó kọjá ká fowó pamọ́, ká fi owó yáni. Mi sọ pé èèyàn gbà ọ́. As a matter of fact, Yorùbá ní ibi pẹlẹbẹ. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní pé láyé àtijọ́ ni. Torí pé tó bá ṣe ewé ọ̀rẹ́ nísìnyí. Olúwa ọ̀nà. But what I'm trying to say is that we must cooperate among ourselves to get it right. And that is the place where the principles that were discussed by the essay, where the council, those principles where they come in, we must practicalize them beyond just reciting them. If I ask us to recite it here now, within minutes we will run through. But in actual sense, we can do better by putting those principles into practice. I'm a pastor, so I say, Olúwa. One key area where cooperatives residents can be tested among us is financial inclusiveness. Presently, millions are financially excluded in Nigeria. You agree with me? And the financial inclusion can be driven home better by the cooperatives. It depends on how we handle it amongst ourselves. If we stay with the past, we will not get there. And as a matter of fact, if we are guided by the experience of the past, we can readily get there. You know, when I was growing up, very close to our house, we trekked to the center of the city in Abeokuta. I'm from Ilogo, for those who may know. And the center of the city then was Chapon. I don't know whether it's in the center now because of the development. So when we walk we get to the heart of the town, and we have to pass through what was known then as the cooperative bank. Though I didn't know the meaning, but I knew then that this was a bank. But much later, when I grew up, I realized that this was a cooperative, this was a bank formed by cooperatives. So Mr. Kubadale told us, Elder Jimole, let me put it appropriately, told us yesterday that there was a deviation along the line. And that's why the cooperative bank is defunct today. But he was charging us that we can rebuild it if we cooperate among ourselves. So when we talk about financial exclusion, is that we establish world over that cooperative can drive the kind of financial inclusiveness that is envisaged. Yes, thank God for the fintechs that yesterday was talking about. Somehow now, even people who don't have bank accounts, they have OPay accounts. But you agree with me that these so-called platforms are not bringing the financial education that the people require. What they do is serve as platform for payment and platform for receiving of payments. Alright? I mean, how many of us know who pay office or bank pay or money point? Alright, so we have to be careful too, so that they are not driving us towards CBEX. I'm not saying they are, don't quote me. But banks, like the experience we have or that we know, they are entities that are bona fide. You can walk in, you can get whatever services you so desire. But you know that commercial banks, as is why in Nigeria, from the word commercial, you can interpret it. I approached a friend, you know, we are very close. I was serving as a chairman, he was a secretary, and he was a banker, while I was, and I'm still in the civil service. I needed money and I called him and said, sir, blah 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 blah, I need this much, this my chairman, ká jókòó, I dey discuss commercially. You understand it? And when we discuss this commercially, it didn't work. Right? I was trying to look at the relationship we had. Alright? But they said, I want to discuss commercially. Banks are commercial entities, whether we like it or not. And that is why they may apply friendly, but they always place their own interest, which is commercial in nature, far and above whatever relationship you have. If you are ever taking loan from commercial bank, you can share your experience. Alright? And you can always compare it with your experience with cooperatives. And by the nature of cooperatives, and by even its law, we are supposed to be bona fide. Alright? And we can reach where those banks can never reach. Do you agree with me? When I started work, I had to go to Ibadan, I had to go to Iwoyi. These places I'm mentioning in Olubunmi state are far interiors. Alright? Even in those places where banks were not. Alright? That's why today there are more banks in Salego than any other place. Why? Because of the commercial entities that exist in their Salego. They don't need more than this tall riser on half on a quarter plot. But the commercial activities taking place there is far higher than what is happening in some other banks in the mainland. So, but cooperatives can reach the most unreached. And that's why the financial inclusion that is guaranteed by cooperative cannot be overstated. Even CBN, by their own reports, have said that the conventional banks cannot meet the economic needs of the rural people. And Sanusi, when he was CBN president, CBN governor, stated his own Ibadan. Thank God for this fintech, but cooperatives need to enhance this. Somebody came to the ministry very recently, director you remember, they are trying to introduce a platform to us. And that platform, yes, there still need to incorporate a lot of things into it so that it is operated in real time. It is such that anyone you have, you can track the activities of the member. and we are praying we will get there. It's happening in India and other countries of the world. And to us here in Nigeria, the federal government of cooperative in their own report said 14 million adult Nigeria perceive cooperative as their own savings bank. And this was as at 2020 and 2010 rather. And there were over 8,000 cooperative groups with over 1.1 million decision and 5 local governments. This is grossly understated, but that is what they wrote. Because from my little experience in my little niche, I know we have far more than this. Far more than this. But I didn't want to go outside their report. So, there is need to grow cooperative awareness. Alright? And what I mean by cooperative awareness in this sense is the real experience of cooperation beyond the aláfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àfọwọ́pamọ́ àfọwọ́yáni. If you ask, if you see some of us down, we can tell you of the experiences that cooperatives have brought to terms, real times. Àwọn ọkọ wo la lè fi aláfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe ní àjọṣepọ̀ wa? Ní àjọṣepọ̀ wa. Before I don't want to, that's Yorùbá ní intervention tí a máa ṣe níbi. So ẹ má bínú tí bá ń bèrè kò sí ṣe àpẹẹrẹ. President kò pẹ́ náà ní oúnjẹ. Ní ìgbà táwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ní ìyá 2000 àtẹ̀mí àti ọ̀rẹ́ mi òkú jì mí. Ìfà àtúnà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ má ní lọ síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kò bẹ̀. But tí n bá wo federation ọ̀gbà yẹn tí n bá gbé side by side but pẹ̀lú federation sí mo mọ̀ pé kìlómítà bá ló wà láàrin ẹ̀. Because nǹkan tá a lè ṣe ó pọ̀ ju nǹkan tá a ń gbé ṣe lọ. Ó lè ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ títí di àkókò yìí. So let us go back, let us ask ourselves, what better things can we do amongst ourselves? Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ìdúgbò, are you sure it's not time? You see? Ibi òótọ́ ọ̀pọ̀ òótọ́. Okay, let me try. Alright? We can do that. So we can reach far more. We can solve the food needs of Nigeria. The food security issue can be solved. My father was a produce buyer. He was a produce buyer. And I knew very well from my little experience that he had his farmers who are operating among themselves. And he went so far, not only helping the farmers, but helping the economy of the country and the Southwest in particular. Bàtà bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tá a sì lọ sí ọ̀bẹ mo sì rí scale lọ́dà tó ń gbàgbé kò ṣeé gbé kò bí tó wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ọmọ là tẹ̀sà rẹ̀. Wọ́n máa lọ wọ́n lára. Alright? But food is a need for man. Do we agree? Àwọn ọmọ wà tó tọ́lọ̀ kò jẹun ní ọmọ wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tẹ̀mí náà kò mọ mo jẹun lánàá. Bí mo rí àwọn ti jẹun láàárọ̀ ìyá. But since World Food Congress in 1974, there have been concerns over food security in different societies, and it's still very relevant to today. And Nigeria is currently facing serious food and agricultural crisis, and as a result, there is growing hunger and deprivation and abject poverty amongst Nigerians. It is Nigeria that has seen governments. Don't let me go into it because there are areas I don't want to bring up here. But what I know is that government needs to do more. They need to do more to mechanize our agricultural practice. It's beyond the display. It's about practicality of it, action, driving it home. We need it. And agricultural cooperatives promise to be a way out of this quagmire. Hence, it offers credit facilities, information, and improved technologies. My PhD is in agricultural cooperatives, and I am abreast of the problems from my interaction with farmers. I use the ADPs as case study, and I know that there are real problems among them that through cooperatives we can really solve those problems, and it will go a long way to boost our productions. And beyond that, youth empowerment, beyond the Yahoo experiences we are having today, cooperative can really empower the youth. And yes, the world is IT driven. It is no longer news. And that is why we need to up our own game too. As cooperators, we need to up our games so that we can meet with the yearnings of the youth. And we can channel their useful energies now to cooperate among themselves to get the desired results. Government indeed cannot provide the anticipated job opportunities. I know so many of us, we have barrage of requests. Ọmọ mi ń wáṣẹ́, àbúrò mi ń wáṣẹ́, ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tí mo tọ́ ó ń wáṣẹ́. But you know that iṣẹ́ yẹn ṣó wà, ẹ̀ dáhùn ló wà, kò sí. Ṣùgbọ́n a lè kọ́ ọmọ dá dúró. Ṣùgbọ́n bí ọ̀rá lè ní owó àti dá dúró, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìkan. Ìyẹn ní Yorùbá sọ pé a kì í gùn lóòjọ́ ká kàn, thank you. Ìdíjí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ti dá ní ìlú àrùn. So for them to get there, they have to start small, and they can start small from being members of cooperative society. Then there are examples across the world of youth that have taken cooperative to empower themselves. So we are not saying anything that is novel. It has been applied somewhere, and we can also apply it here. And I see it's working when we apply it. Because of my time, women empowerment. Women know they are the way they are done. Women are raised. No women. Okay. There is one that we use in labor balance. Let me bring that one here. But we know that women can actually be empowered through cooperatives. There is no doubt about it. When they come together, they have that tenacity, and they are everywhere. They are cosmopolitan, and they can actually achieve what men cannot achieve. They have this soft self. So they are also, women can be empowered via cooperative. So to this end, every woman should be encouraged to join and participate fully in cooperative, as it is their bridge to the human and society induced barriers to success. So sustainability of our society alright, depends largely on how we manage our cooperatives. If we want to pass over a sustainable environment to the next generation, we must imbibe cooperation. It's about involving all of us as a way through which human society can thrive. So many things are happening in our environment today, and you know that it's brought about by insensibility, but cooperative can help us to bridge this. In conclusion, when everyone is fully empowered to function optimally without being a burden to another person, peace and societal cohesion can be experienced. Put differently, non-empowerment or lack of basic needs of life brings acrimony, tension, and envy. In society where this describes the atmosphere, peace and social cohesion won't be elusive. Cooperative has the capacity to manage crisis and foster unity for the overall functioning of the society. Most especially, cooperative is resilient to challenges which may not ordinarily be solved as individuals, but as a collective venture, it offers realizable and sustainable platform for building a brighter tomorrow for all. A wise man once said, he was in a conversation with a very young and brilliant man. And that brilliant man, standing with the wise man, saw a butterfly flying and caught it. And he asked the wise man, this butterfly I am holding, is it dead or alive? But he has his own plans. For the wise man to say he's alive, he opens his hand and the butterfly comes out alive. But for the wise man to say he's alive, he will squeeze the butterfly dead, and the man will discover that the butterfly is dead. But the wise man answered and said, "Àtòkù àtàyè owó ẹni wà." So, to us all, àtòkù àtàyè cooperative owó wa ló wà. Thank you and God bless.